Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Porch Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, as we are working on the Showcase of the Independents from 2022, next up is AAW, All American Wrestling. Our current name is AAW Professional Wrestling Redefined. This company started in 2004. It's actually based in Berwyn, Illinois, the Chicago area. They run shows in the upper Midwest. They're around the Chicago area. They're currently owned by Danny Daniels. They used to be owned by Jim Lynam and Danny Daniels. Jim Lynam passed away. And then every year we have the Jim Lynam Memorial Tournament, which is a great tournament they offer every year. Right now there's 4 championships. We have the AAW World Heavyweight title, which is currently held by Jake Something. The AAW Heritage Championship, which is held by Davey Vega. The AAW Tag Team Championships, which is held by Hustle and Soul, Josh C. and Calvin Tankman. And then the AAW Women's Championship, held by Masha Slamovich of Impact Wrestling. AAW, throughout their history since 2004, have had 32 champions. If you go back to the early years, some of the champions, Robert Anthony, he wrestles a lot in the Midwest. Tyler Black, we all know that name. Seth Rollins, yeah, that guy. Jerry Lynn. Tyler Black was a 2-time champion. Jay Bradley of MWA. Jimmy Jacobs. Silas Young. Michael Elgin. Hey, some dude named Kevin Steen, formerly known as Kevin Steen, currently known as Kevin Owens. Eddie Kingston. Josh Alexander. Ethan Page. Sammy Callahan. Pentacon Jr. Ray Phoenix. ACH. Brody King. Mance Warner, Fred Yehai. So yeah, some greats in independent scene of professional wrestling and in WWE scene as well too. AEW's been a lot of jumping off points for a lot of great wrestlers. So there was 132 matches among 10 shows, and then they had 7 YouTube shows as well. So 17 shows total, 132 matches, 113 men's, 12 women, and 7 intergender. We had 28 matches that were 3.5 star and higher, with the highest match getting, I believe, a 4-star rating. Yes, 4-star rating, and these were all rated by myself and watched by myself. Alright, number 28, July 15th, the Independence Day, a 6-way scramble match. We had Jake Something, Calvin Tankman, Conan Lycan, Levi Everett, Mike Hardenbauer, and Schaff. Oops. And then Jake Something getting the victory there. I gave that 3.5. And then number 27 on the list came from Unstoppable, which was December 30th. We had the Chi-Town Rumble match, the Battle Royal, 25-person intergender Battle Royal. Masha Slamovich won that. By winning that Rumble match, she was able to get a title shot at any title of her choosing. As I said, she is the AAW Women's Championship. She cashed in that night on her title match and was able to win the AAW Women's Championship. Next up, from the same show, AAW World Heavyweight Champion from Unstoppable, December 13th, we had champion Jake Something taking on Mance Warner. Jake Something got the victory and gave it 3.5. The next 2 matches will come from the Windy City Classic from November 25th. Zachary Wentz versus Blake Christian. Zachary Wentz getting the victory there, 3.5-star match. The next match from the same show, Windy City Classic, was a completely different style. So Zachary Wentz, Blake Christian, the Lucha Libre style, the high flying, the jumping, and whatnot. Next up, we had just 2 hosses fighting. Silas Young, the last real man in professional wrestling, going up against Mance Warner. Yeah, this was a brawl. Silas Young getting the victory, 3.5-star match. Next up, from the Jim Lynam Memorial Tournament, Day 1 on October 14th, Josh Alexander versus the one called Manders. Josh Alexander getting the victory, 3.5-star. The next 4 show matches come out of Destination Chicago on September 1st. 6-way scramble match. Gnarls Garvin, Ace Perry, Dante Leon, Gary J, Gringo Loco, Laredo Kid, Gnarls Garvin getting the victory there, 3.5 star. Next up, we had, from the same show, Destination Chicago, St. Louis's own Davey Richards versus Rich Swann. Davey Richards getting the victory. The Lone Wolf here, 3.5 star. Next up, we had a 6-man tag. We had One Called Manders, ACH, and Josh C. taking on Ozzy Open, Kyle Fletcher, and Mark Davis. Teaming up with Zachary Wentz. The One Called Manders, ACH, and Josh C. getting the victory there, 3.5 star. From Destination Chicago, the main event, the AAW World Heavyweight title line, Jake Something versus champion Matt Fidget. Jake Something becoming the new AAW World Heavyweight Champion in a 3.5 star classic. The next two come from Crash and Destroy, June 16th. Silas Young versus Braden Lee. And Josh Alexander versus ACH. Silas Young and Josh Alexander both getting their victories. Again, those matches were 3.5. AAW Epic 2022 18th anniversary show on March 19th. Freddie AI versus Gnarls Garvin. Freddie AI getting the victory there, 3.5 star match. Fit number 15 on the list comes from February 4th, Legacy AAW World Heavyweight title, champion Matt Fidget versus Laredo Kid. Matt Fidget getting the victory, 3.5 star match. Number 14 on the list comes from AAW Never Say Die, April 9th. Freddie AI versus Mike Bennett. Freddie AI getting the victory, 3.5 star. Also from Never Say Die, the AAW Heritage Championship on the line. Champion Ace Austin versus Myron Reed. Ace Austin getting the victory, 3.5 star. From the same show, Never Say Die, AAW Women's Championship. Christy Janus versus Sky Blue. Christy Janus becoming AAW Women's Champion, 3.5 star. And one last match here from that show, at least in this section. Number 11 on the list, Steel Cage match. One Called Manders and Silas Young. The One Called Manders getting the victory, 3.5 star. Number 10 comes from that Windy City Classic, a men's scramble ladder match. We had Levi Everett, Damian Chambers, Gringo Loco, Karma, Ren Jones, and Shane Hollister. Levi Everett getting the victory, 3 3/4 star match. Number 9 on the list from Windy City Classic, November 25th, we had a dog collar match. This was actually about 2 weeks before the double dog collar match we saw in Ring of Honor Final Battle. This was Freddie Ahai versus the One Called Manders to continue their feud. Freddie Ahai getting the victory, 3 3/4 star match. Number 8 on the list comes from the Jim Lyman Memorial Tournament on October 15th, Day 2. Ace Austin versus Josh Alexander. This match, I gave it 3 3/4 star. It ended in a time limit draw. Those are the facts. If this would have got a pinfall, it would have been 4 star. If it would have got a little bit more time, it would probably have been 4 to 4 1/4. This was one damn good match that ended in a time limit draw. I get why we got time limit draws, but sometimes matches this damn good, just let them go. 3 3/4 star match, time limit draw, Ace Austin and Josh Alexander. Number 7 on the list comes from September 1st, Destination Chicago. You got this correct. Impact World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Josh Alexander champion versus Masa Slemovich. Josh Alexander retaining his title. 3 3/4 star match. From AAW, number 6 on the list, from AAW Legacy, February 4th, bull rope match, Silas Young versus the One Called Manders. Silas Young getting the victory, 3 3/4 star match. Number 5, Never Say Die, April 9th, 6-man tag, ACH, Jossie, Rich Swann versus Hakeem Zane, Karam, and Ren Jones. ACH, Jossie, and Rich Swann getting the victory, 3 3/4 star match. From Independence Day, July 15th, number 4 on the list, a 3-way elimination match for the AAW World Heavyweight Championship. Champion Matt Fidget versus One Called Manders versus Freddie Ahai. Matt Fidget getting the victory, 3 3/4 star match. The next 3, the 3, 2, and 1 here, all 3 of them are 4-star matches. So the one I have sitting at number 3 comes from March 19th, the 18th anniversary Epic show. Epic 2022 18th anniversary. Fatal 4-Way. Myron Reed, Braden Lee, Gringo Loco, Jake something. Myron Reed getting the victory there. 4-star match. The last two both came from Legacy 2022, February 4th. We had Josh Alexander versus Mike Bennett. And then we had Unsanctioned, No Rules. We had Fred Yehi versus Shaft. Josh Alexander beat Mike Bennett. Shaft beat Fred Yehi. Both of those matches 4-star classics. Those are the best 28 matches from AAW 2022. If you've never seen AAW, please check their content out. It's on High Spots Network. And I believe it's on some other. It shows up on some other ones too. Some of their shows do, but it is well worth it. It's one of those independent companies you start watching. It's like, hey, this is kind of cool. I know these guys from Impact Wrestling, from AAW, from GCW, and it's just kind of that kind of independent, kind of like PWG, where it's like people just show up there and you have some great matches and you go on. But yeah, as we've seen, some of the greats have held championships, of the Kevin Steens, the Tyler Blacks of the world. Currently, we have Jake Something, a powerful, athletic big man. Masha Slamovitz, a woman champion. She's one of the best in the business right now. All right, as we continue on the showcase of the independents, that is AAW. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports show content.